Hello Game Gumshoes fans, Chris here with another Game Gumshoes Presents. And this time on Game Gumshoes Presents, and let me hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, it's a game called Armadora from Blue Orange Games. If you've played Stratego, you've played something very similar to this. Not the same, but definitely similar. Let me start off with the components, because the components kind of make the game, because it makes it really nice and portable. So you have the board. This is the game board. Now I did notice that, probably because it's a new copy or whatever, and sometimes when this is glued on there, it might make the game a little tight, but the game didn't want to sit down right 100%, so that may just be a production issue with the one copy I have. If you'll notice, on the game board there are little piles of gold, and it's all broken down into grids. Comes in handy when you're playing the game. Next, you're going to get these little playing screens. Each player, from the 1 to 4 players that can play this game, will have one. There's orcs, goblins, wizards, elves, you know, stuff like that. Each team will have a set of little cardboard chips. They're nice and thick and sturdy. Front side will show the picture of the army. Back side will show a point value. It's very important because, like Stratego, where it's got a pawn is a 1, and one of the higher up characters is like 7, 8s, 9s, 10s, this game has 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. 1s and 2s are fairly plentiful. 3, 4s, and 5s is when it starts tapering down a bit. The rulebook is nice and simple. It gives different ways to set up the board, strategies for how to play, and I wouldn't be surprised. Nope, this is not in multiple languages. Surprising, because they're a French company. So you also have these two items. These little wooden sticks you see are what they refer to as palisades. Now, when I'm explaining the game to people when we're out playing, you know, introducing them to the games at restaurants and stuff like that, I do call them walls, because it's a lot easier for people to understand than palisades. You'll also see little gold or yellow blocks. They do represent gold in the game. They will go on the places on the map that have gold pictures on them. There is a list inside the rulebook that breaks down how many gold pieces go in each pile. The piles are supposed to be laid randomly, so it gives a little variety to the game, which is a good thing. Not that you need a lot, but it helps. So, unlike in Stratego where you're capturing the flag, in Armadora you're trying to get the most gold for your army. The way you do this is you take turns by placing either an army token, which are these little wooden things, or you place up to 2. Now I say up to 2, not always 2, sometimes you can put just 1, but up to 2 palisades or walls in a fashion on the board. Now when you're placing palisades, they have to have at least 4 squares minimum inside your set of palisades, which will be in a zone. Ideally, you'll want to have gold somewhere in your little zone as well, although that can be taken care of if a player strategizes correctly and basically get you out of your area before you get a chance to have a solid hold on it. Anyhow, so Armadora is for those who want a quick, portable version of Stratego with a little bit of variation. I think it's a fun game. They say it's 8 and up. You can decide on that. I could probably go as low as 7, maybe 6, depending on the child. But you know, beyond that, you're risking choke hazards, because let's face it, even these chips are big enough to, you know, accidentally consume. So if you get a chance, check out Armadora. I know I've got one person in my gaming group who likes me to drag it on wherever we want. It is small and compact, so you can play it at, you know, fast food restaurants, regular restaurants. It doesn't take up a lot of space, so you're not going to have people complaining about, you know, taking up room and taking up time of theirs. So if you get a chance, Armadora, Blue Orange Games. Thank you for joining us again, Gumshoes Presents, and I will see you on the next video.